Alright there, lads. Yes, later on tonight we are going to have BBPN Season 7, the grand finale there with a special guest there in the broadcast booth there. No, I'm not giving you the spoilers for that one there, otherwise it costs me good Quidditch to actually get you that lad there. But it was worth it there. So, yes, you've been waiting all season to see, well, who gets to win this huge mess. God, what a decision tree we have today. It ain't easy being cheesy. The Skaven are going to be facing the almost undefeated the Sneaky Snakes. Exactly. All right, now let's go and have a quick little review of the teams here. And a reminder to all of you there tuning in, and I'll keep always doing this, the grand final is for today at a crazy time. It's going to be at, you get it, 2000 hours Central. That's 2100 Eastern Standard Time, otherwise known as, let's face it, 1800 Pacific Time. And that's basically 1900 on Mountain. All right, so just set your clock for something, all right? But we will remind you later near the end of the broadcast here. All right, let's review what is considered one of the more interesting stories actually coming all the way here. Yep, there they are. It is indeed. It ain't easy being cheesy. A team that never gave up all season, and they found a way to get all the way here to the grand finals. They'll be the first to admit it was not an easy road there, but they did get it all together. You can see there, 11 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. It was a tough run for them. It really was, and they even questioned would they make it. But take a look at the touchdowns scored. 40 bloody touchdowns. Yep, game's going to be in 2 hours. Live here on Network 23, exactly. The same back time and channel there. Hello all. All right, so 40 touchdowns. It's bloody impressive. In fact, this was his solution to when rats die. Just rack up a lot of SPP. It's a good solution. Seriously, it really is a good solution here. As you can see here, the club has Chester's Field here, and yes, everyone gets a free wizard. So it's going to be interesting to see what gets decided and how the flip really decides things. Now, in theory, he's not the home field, but we've seen the array do weird things. So just keep this in mind, all right? Now, let's review this fine, upstanding pile of rats. And you can see them just getting here was absolutely dangerous. It was brutal. Yeah, see here, Paxton. It's in about 2 hours or so there. Better be here there, because without your gerbils, this would not be a grand finals. Because you saw that fucked up the Dark Elves. The team that was going to win the whole thing trips on a gerbil the last play and completely fucks them. So, yeah, gerbils need to be truly represented. Now, this is the player we think he's going to be most missing in this battle. There's Gouda. As you can see, he had all the great skills to take on Amazons. And guess what? Groin strain. He's missing the finals. He's going to be sitting there with a bit of beer, some fermented cheese, and he's going to be cheering his lads on. It means one Storm Vermin has to do all the work. 170 in the kitty there, so you guarantee it's all going to get spent on something here. And a 1460 TV. We'll definitely talk about that there. The Gutter Runners. This is the impressive squad that has done more than just carry. They have some of the strongest backs you have ever seen. They have carried this team so much all season. And you can see, yeah, it's very diverse. He does have the one little key here. Bree, of course. You can see wrestle and tackle. This is the one who chases you fucking down. This is the one that does the skidder stab, which we might talk about later here. And of course, the crippled veteran who carried it away, that crushing critical win, movement decrease, he's battered, but you know what? He hopes to retire having a little bit of extra silverware. AG5! We all see how well that works during the season. He had some games, but Trans, he is probably the quarterback for this team. Other than the actual quarterback, as you can see, he's got one job. Get the ball forward. Unfortunately, as you can see there, AV decrease. He is not expected to stay on the field very long. It's going to be very critical. And meanwhile, the Line Rats, Yes, the pride of his team, because somehow he has to keep bringing them back again and again and again. He has to keep going that same ladder and bring them back there. Oh, what do you mean who else is missing this? Yes, well, spoilers. Don't worry, I've got the chat window open for you with all those files there. If you really want to examine your teams, here they are, lad. And yes, wrestle and kick. This might be the most critical skill of the entire Grand Finals. This might really be it here. It means the Skaven have the ability to place the ball where he fucking wants it, and you can believe under this coach it's going to be absolute full-on aggression, 9 fan factor, an apothecary, and of course 3 team rerolls. And yeah, he's got a bit of extra wrestle on the line in there. This is the plan. The plan is get the ball, find the ball, and run away with the ball. It's cheesy, and it just might actually work there. What are you doing sitting in the commissioner's quarters? I swear, come on. Come on, get over here. No, not that one there. Come on. No, can someone let him in? I don't know. Is anyone going to let him in? Hello? Let him in. Oh, no. I got to figure this one out here. Yes. Okay. Right, there he is.
That'll do.
I hope so. Yes. Coming out of retirement just for the grand finals there. The most handsome man in the entire league. What do you think of this team? Ain't easy being cheesy. Take your time. Speak it out. Let them know how you really feel.
Far better than any Skaven team I've ever put together, considering that they're still alive for the most part. Although I am very, very ashamed to not see a rat ogre in there. I mean, god damn it. Come on. Seriously? At least...
Well, that was his thought going forward. You know, he decided this team he built all pure Bill Bexley speed there. And during the first part of the season, he really thought this was a bad idea. But then they started scoring and scoring and scoring. And after that, he's just never changed the game plan there. It's a good plan. It mostly works. The quality of this team honestly has been the coaching, though. He has carried this team, not just the Gutter Runners. He has carried this team through miracle comebacks time and time again. There have been games where he would say that in the chat that he's been down to, he can count the number of players he's got on one hand, and that's with missing a finger or two.
Oof. I mean, I have to admit, I've been on a wild journey within the warp, so being able to finally get my way back into the real world has been quite of a stretch of a story. But I mean, if this guy has done just miracles from what you're describing here, I'm going to be very, very disappointed if he doesn't have a good showing in all of this. I mean, I'm actually more surprised at the fact that there's no mutations whatsoever.
Well,
but maybe that's due to all the death, I guess?
Well, the line rats, admittedly, and he'll testify that, and you can see by the number system, the line rats spent their lives like water. He really did.
I mean, that is the life of a line rat, after all.
And as the coach himself does testify, all season, not a single double roll. Not one. He did get a single one all season.
Oh, I feel you there. What about, well, yeah, at least one, what is that, a 10? That's a 10 for an AG increase, right?
Yeah, it's an 11. It goes to 11. And the problem is you can hear the cringe that happened when the game happened that he got injured. You can hear the scream. But then he wanted some movement allowance, and he basically sat there, thought about it, and says, 8's good enough.
8, I mean... Yeah, they're still damn fast. I don't care what anyone says. There's a reason gutter runners are the first ones that need to die. This only still proves it. AG5 only makes it that much more of a target.
And meanwhile, as he explains there, it's nice there. We've got him outside here, handing notes inside the broadcast booth. He said he was praying for a 10 all season. He couldn't even roll a 10 on them. If he had 10, speed 10 all the way.
I mean that. Yeah, that's a hand-me-down right there. It's like if you skip the speed increase on a gutter, You got to be smoking some kind of warp stone because I have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, but now you see where his private concern is. As you see, like he's got his one skilled line rat out of the game. One of them survived all season, Parmesan. He was fantastic, reached way above his weight league all season. There were several games where it all comes down to one line rat doing a miracle. It's this rat, and he's out for this game because he sold his life so dearly, taking down the hooligan champion High Elves. Yes, they got all the way to the Final Four, and he sold himself dearly in that game. The other player that really pissed him off losing, and I'm showing him on the screen here.
Oh, yeah.
Of all the players to be missing, this player is out this game.
No kill piece, no guaranteed hurt. Ugh, you have my sympathy there.
Or is that syphilis? I don't know. Depends what your woman's been doing recently. All right.
I would just watch whatever the apothecaries have been feeding around because those are the people that she works with.
That's true. That's very true. That's why I can find it from my sister all the time. I see the bill at the end of the month. Anyway, now the other big surprise. Ask the coach. There is no way in hell they thought this team was going all the way to grand finals. Behold, here they are, the sneaky sneaks. Amazons made it finally. 170K.
Yeah, this is like what the first Amazon team that we've had ever make it to the finals.
This is it. And 1630 TV. As you'll see by the statistics, there's a reason they're calling up here. 11 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss all season. And fun fact...
I want to hear this one.
Fun fact, only one team was their better consistently all season. And unfortunately, they were so crippled, they lost the High Elves in the final 8. They were down to 5 players. That was the Pro Elves. So you're sitting in the booth with the coach.
Oh.
He's so fucking glad I didn't make it, because he was going, if I made it, he was gone. He knew it. But that was the only team that was absolutely his better all season. Now, here's where the statistics get really interesting here. As you can see here, they're not known for scoring. This is where the Skaven excel in here. 30 touchdowns scored all season. However, believe it or not, he's actually got a better passing game than the Skaven do, which is a bloody miracle.
Impressive. Wow.
He really actually does. He's got more of a catching passing game than the Skaven do, but here's the fun part. If you really look at the percentages, and it doesn't show it here, but after casting the season there, far greater percentage of success goes to the Skaven than the Amazons. How many games suddenly went from the Amazons easily winning to, oh god, we've lost the ball again? However, this is where it's huge. How little casualties. This is just casualties. All season they sustained. 15. Only 25 KOs all fucking season. The barely 2 deaths. This is why this Amazon team is considered so dominant. And you can see here, they've bribed Sid. So there's no Rock and there's no Get the Ref event. So everyone's calling him what he is, a wanker.
Okay, now this is the big one. I'll ask this particular question a little bit later and such. But yeah, keep going.
All right. Yeah, I know. I can hear it. Boo. Everyone's booing on that because we've seen the Rocks literally determine games in this playoffs war. And 1 minute they're winning, then bark and Sid makes a decision. No, you're not. Here's how strong this team is going in here. As you can see, they're coming in. It's a solid 12 players. Now, as you can see, the only player who's actually out the game here, it's one of their wrestle dodges, so they're not too worried. They're really not. And you look at the strength of the team here. It's mind-boggling how strong the team is. But again, as you saw by the lack of casualties, and especially the lack of death, this is why this team is so strong.
Grimwald is very disappointed in all of you.
Well, someone pointed out it was so rare anyone with Tickle actually ever went after them all season. They never found a tackle team. They found a way to duck, dodge, dick, and dodge all the way. Yeah, I love that. And meanwhile, everyone's calling out the Amazons for being a bunch of cowards because they're afraid of a single halfling. Well, let's take a look.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Those creepy little bastards deserve every little bit of comeuppance that come their way anyway.
Now, amazingly enough, as you can see here, he does have the tag team of 2 AG4s here. Now, he's got the one blodger, AG4. This gives him all kinds of dump-off options. She does a wonderful choice. But as you can see there, she's a replacement. Well, the rare deaths. During the course of the season, he only lost a thrower, a blitzer. And that was relatively early. So he's been in cruise control ever since. This is one of the scary pieces that's done all kinds of wonderful things. Now,
I'm already looking at that pass block, and yeah, that is an underrated skill in a throwing game and such. I mean, and the fact that it's an AG plus as well, that's just awesome.
I know. Yet the funny part is, in the game they lost against the Pro Elves, she was a complete and total failure. Don't worry, he had a wee talk with her after that, and she's done fairly all right there. He's learned better how to use it. These are the 2 other players that cause all kinds of problems with the 2 blitzers because they've got stand firm, and that it just fucks everybody up. These 2 especially.
It always does. Ooh.
And then, of course, there's this key player that if she gets out of a game early, it's rare, but whenever she leaves the game early, suddenly the Amazons are forced to actually learn how to play the game. They've mostly recovered. But there's been the 1 or 2 games where if she gets knocked out quick, the entire game plan completely falls apart for the sneaky sneaks there. And then, of course, there's a scary skill they've got on one of their catches. That's paid off time and time again.
That's a good skill. I mean, just flat out.
Yeah, people forget how useful that is. Considering how inaccurate your throw has been most of the season, that's what's basically saved his team a few times. And, of course, the line women, and that's what's scary. It's a roster of developed line women. It's an abomination, I tell you.
I mean, their lot in life is to get one skill. If they get more than one, they are overpaid, must be fired and replaced.
Mm-hmm. And you can see he was hoping to get 1 more skill point for this one here, just to complete the set. But in this case, he didn't waste a double, which I can hear the Skaven coach muttering. Must be nice. Yep, getting a double.
Yeah. Oh, that could have been anything, but yeah, I guess you can't go wrong with guard. You really can't.
And because he's had such a easy button to see, you'd think this was a Chorf team. It absolutely isn't there. No, it's...
it's the anti-Chorf team. We all know that.
This is totally the anti-Chorf team there. 4 rerolls. 4 rerolls has a underused apothecary. I'll stress that. Very underused. Ask the Skaven. If they could, they even would hire an extra one for Dr. Helix the way this season's been. But here they are. And of course, Fan Factor 9, we're dead even on Fan Factor for a change.
Really? So that'll just make that opening toss-up interesting.
Exactly. It's all going to come down to how crazy the toss actually is. And we said, the snake pit there. It's a bizarre one. No one has any massive advantage, so to speak. Some are saying this might be the first there's no favorite.
I think it depends on the situation whenever we hit the field, because there's a lot that can go wrong, especially if we can get something fun like, I don't know, the sprinklers pop on, or if some reason the sprinklers decide to show off some snow. Good old fun.
If you're the Skaven, you're praying for sprinklers just to totally cock them up here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm praying for sprinklers just for the ladies. What's wrong with you?
That's true. The wet look does actually go very well there. But as you can see here, according to how the array works, in theory, the home team is the sneaky sneak. So yes, Sid's not doing anything. That's got everyone very disappointed there. Of course,
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I know. We could hear it from here, but, it's just basically make it rain there for the Amazons. They figure it's going to be easy peasy, halfling squeezy. They really do. However, you can't write off it ain't easy being cheesy. If there's a team, like we said, that has shown how far they can just dig deep, it's been this squad. It really has been. They've dug deep time and time again, and the record shows it. They find a way, even when there's almost no one left on the pitch, they still find a way to win the game most of the times.
That shows the quality of the coach right there.
Yeah.
Especially if all you've got left are just a couple gutters. I mean, gutters ruin everything. So good on you for keeping them alive, at least.
I was even testify. It was rough. It was really rough. But we do expect this to be the nastiest match ever. As you can see, this is where it gets scary. You know, it's the Amazons, 1630 TV versus the Skaven, a 1460 TV. So, yeah, you can tell a certain coach has been sitting there doing math. He's got 170 to start with. And what do you want to bet the Amazons are going to spend money because they got 170?
Well, I mean, isn't that the way how it works? Is like the higher TV team spends their goes first in the spending?
Correct. That's how it works.
I mean, money ain't going to do any good after this game, so it's best to try and spend something. But yeah, you're right. It's like whatever he does spend, that's just extra money going to the rats.
And yeah, the rats will be delighted for the extra funding because, as you can see, ditto is their answer. They have 170 sitting there. So, minimum, we'll suggest it now. We're not giving it away. I'm telling the other guys, no, we're not giving it away here. We want your game plan secret. Trust me.
But, no, yeah. If anything, this is just like what I would do.
Yeah, he's going in with 340 minimum TV. He's got 170 to his advantage, plus he spends 170. Not including if the Amazons spend. The Amazons might be tempted to spend, but remember, if they spend, that's extra TV to the Skaven. I don't know. Is there something? Is there a suggestion you've got on that one? Is the Red Hands gambling trying to rig the call? I don't know.
I mean, like the only thing I haven't really been too fond of like any of the star players, honestly, though. But in this particular case, there might be something to say about that one sneaky gutter. I think we all know the one.
Mm-hmm.
The one with that extra little limb thingy on I think the pointy end on the end of the tail. Especially against...
I know, the broadcast booth is all happy. We're all hoping. It's like, look, this team can do it. And we've seen him do it. He might go in with not the 4 gutter runners. Are we potentially seeing a 6 gutter runner team coming in?
That would be fantastic. I mean, like, man, I don't think... I haven't seen that many bodies before. I would certainly like to see that many more, especially for Grimwald, because he wants more bodies! God damn it!
See, this has been the biggest criticism of most of this entire season, with very few exceptions. AV7's now fucking invulnerable this season. 8, 9, dying everywhere. 7, forget it. You just couldn't get injured. You just couldn't get kills for life or money. And that was driving coaches nuts all season. But, well, here they are. And here's what they're scheduled to do, yeah. They get to play it off and decide the whole thing in under 2 hours. That's about right. That's about right. Yeah, that's about right.
Sounds about right.
All right. So we'll probably see you back in the broadcast booth. About 10 minutes to cast there. And then we'll tell the 2 coaches there, give us a little poke there. And then we'll get all casting. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh. Yeah, I can feel the nipples from here. Yeah, they're poking on the street as we speak. Oh, this is going to be exciting, lads. This is going to be exciting. All right, so any final opinions or words you've got there? And by the way, welcome back, of course.
It's good to be back. Grimwald wants bodies.
Yeah, that's basically it. We're all expecting this is the game. The AV finally breaks. The question is between these 2 coaches, and don't spoil it for either of us there, who breaks first? Oh.
Red Hand has money for the first one who's willing.
Well, who do you think the sponsor for the grand finals is? He's rolling in it. You know, I checked. All right. So, yeah, win or lose, you know, he makes his own luck. And for the rest of you there, hopefully Nuffle blesses someone's dice. Please let not this be a blowout.